Some news stories for you. Firstly, we'll have a look at Tigray-Ethiopia, Tigray government, Ethiopian government truce. Some updates. Is something happening on the ground? Is delivery of aid to Tigray starting? Secondly, Human Rights Watch released an investigative report about a drone strike which killed more than 50 persons in Tigray. It happened in January this year. Thirdly, a news story from Amhara region where crackdown against Fano is continuing. We have a report from Tenta Borena of Volo where several Fano trainers, members have been arrested. And lastly, two news stories from Oromia. Firstly, an Aba Gada, a tribal leader, is claiming that his house was attacked by Oromo Liberation Army in Guji. And lastly, some good news for you, for the people who are suffering because of the ongoing drought in Oromia and in Somali region of Ethiopia. Rainfall is being reported. Yesterday in Borena it rained, and 2 days ago in Somali region as well it rained. So it seems that nature is helping the people who are suffering because of the ongoing drought. Firstly, viewers, let's start from Ethiopia, Tigray truce. Both governments issued statements last night. First, we saw a statement from Ethiopian government. It announced to cease hostilities. It announced a truce. It called upon Tigray forces to withdraw from neighboring regions. It announced unfettered delivery of aid to Tigray. Then a few hours after that, Tigray government released a statement. It accepted this truce. It said it would try its best to implement the truce. It did not speak about withdrawal of its forces from neighboring regions, but it said that it would be unacceptable to link political and humanitarian issues. What happened after that? Well, so far what we have seen is that regional, international players are welcoming these two statements. We have seen a message from Antony Blinken, US Secretary of State. US State Department spoke on these developments. Vicky Ford, UK's MP, UK government welcomed this move. EU spoke on that. Then African Union released a statement. So international community is welcoming this move. Sweden pledged more humanitarian assistance for Ethiopia in coming days. So international community, aid agencies, all are welcoming these developments, but so far situation on the ground is the same. Delivery of aid to Tigray has not started. Tigray fighters have not started their withdrawal as well. We are expecting their withdrawal from afar, but so far it has not happened. Maybe in coming hours we could see such withdrawal. After this withdrawal, I think aid delivery to Tigray will start, but so far nothing has happened on the ground. It does not mean that nothing will happen, no. Of course, these things take some time, and in coming hours, maybe till tomorrow, we could see some developments on the ground. We'll keep you updated about this delivery of aid to Tigray. How much will be delivered? Will people receive the aid or not? Who will support Tigray, Ethiopian government? We are seeing more flights from the UAE. United Arab Emirates, one of its last flights landed in Ethiopia, I think yesterday. So humanitarian partners will definitely increase their contributions now, but will try to analyze and monitor these developments to keep you updated. So far, no change on the ground. Second, viewers, in January, a drone strike killed more than 50 innocent Tigrayans. It happened in northwest Tigray. Dadeba town was hit. An elementary school, which was a refugee camp, was the target there. Human Rights Watch, an international human rights organization, has released an investigative report about the incident. HRW interviewed aid workers, it interviewed survivors, family members of victims, it interviewed doctors, and after that it analyzed some satellite imagery, some videos, pictures, and after that it compiled this report. HRW says that on the night of 7th of January, an Ethiopian drone carried out 3 strikes on the compound of Dadebet Elementary School. In the building of Dadebet Elementary School and in the shelters in the compound, plastic sheet shelters, there were hundreds of Tigrayan refugees. The munitions targeted the building and the nearby shelters. 57 casualties have been confirmed by HRW. 32 women and 21 men. 32 females, 21 males were killed. And 15 were children below the age of 18. 18 were elderly over the age of 50. There was no military target in or near Dadebet Elementary School, HRW has openly said. It was a civilian facility housing IDPs. Secondly, the type of munition which was used was MAML. MAML is used by Turkish TB2 drones. So it seems that it was a Turkish TB2 drone strike on Dadebet town which killed more than 50 innocent civilians in January this year. HRW says that this attack could be a war crime because there was no military target in Dadebet Elementary School. Civilians have been killed, children, elderly have been killed. It's calling for investigation, for action against perpetrators. Will the government, Ethiopian government, take any action? Thirdly, viewers, Fano is under crackdown. We know that the crackdown is now intensifying. Now, the places where Fano is training, the places are being raided. Fano is being disarmed. Its training camps are being raided. It is not being allowed to train new members. New story is from Tenta, Borena. Tenta is in Valo zone of Amhara region. Here, local police raided a training center of Fano and 12 persons have been arrested and 3 of them were coaches, trainers. All of them are in prison. They have not been released so far. This is the second raid on a training facility in the vicinity of this place. So it's now very clear that Amhara regional government has decided to launch a crackdown on Fano trainers, on Fano recruits, on Fano training facilities. We have seen some Fano members killed as well in the past few days. I reported in previous videos. Fano is under severe crackdown. Lastly, viewers, 2 news stories from Oromia. Firstly, an Aba Gada of Guji says that his house was attacked by Shene OLA fighters. Jilo Mando is Aba Gada from Guji zone, southern Oromia. He says that on Wednesday his house was attacked. OLA fighters came on 4 motorcycles, they were armed, they attacked the house, they opened fire as well, but no one was luckily injured. House was damaged. He is requesting the government to provide security to him. We know that in East Shiva zone of Oromia region, at the start of December, some Tigray Aba Gadas were killed. And then later it was revealed that they were killed by Oromia security forces, not by OLA. But this tribal leader is openly accusing Oromo Liberation Army. He says OLA is involved in this attack on his house. Will Oromia regional government take action or not? And lastly, good news that rainfall is being reported in Guji and Somali region. Not Guji, Borena and Somali region. We know that parts of Oromia and Somali region are in the grip of a very severe drought. Tens of thousands are in dire need of humanitarian assistance. It was partly due to long dry season. Now rain is being reported. It rained in Borena yesterday, and 48 hours ago rainfall was reported in Jigjiga and close to Jigjiga, Somali region of Ethiopia.